Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and let's talk about families of accounts. Now, having your account in a family is something that is actually really great, and I really like it. There are definitely some good benefits to having your account be in a family. It's like if one person in a family of accounts is paying full price for membership, for example, everybody else will get a few dollars off, so it's like for the case of 1 month memberships, if I am paying the full $10 a month for my account, and let's say I got Firestarter on my family of account, he would only have to pay $7 for membership, and I think that's really great, and I'm really glad that they do that. But today we're going to talk about an issue that I have with them, and an issue that a lot of people have with them, as a matter of fact, and that is the fact that, as good as they are, if you want to take your account off of a family of accounts for any reason, you can't. You can't, and that is something that has frustrated a lot of people for a long time. And I'll tell you right now, on my family of accounts, I have this account, I have another one of my accounts that I thought I was going to use and then didn't, but, and then, although most of my, main pirates are on that account, so, Pirate 101 players rejoice at that, right? But then, the other 3 people on my account, not account, but family of accounts, right? The other 3 are friends of mine from high school, and I got, 2 of them into the game. The other one, she had been playing for a while, but the last friend, she's been playing for a while, and occasionally comes back, and, we don't really chat much, but, and one thing that's happened is that, and this has happened to both of us, if, there have been times when, she has somehow paid for membership using my card, and I'm not sure how that happens, and I don't think it's anything malicious. I have talked to her about it, and she knows, she's even bought me crowns before that I blew on Primeval Horde packs, and didn't get the mount that I wanted, so sorry Benny, but so there was that. But then I also have no clue how it could happen, because I've also done it to her unintentionally, and she's got a better handle on gambling than I do, apparently, so there was that. But it's accidentally being able to pay for somebody else's, or accidentally hit somebody else's card, buying your own membership is that's a little goofy. And it's I definitely would want to take my account off of the family of accounts just to make sure that doesn't happen again, but I can't. I don't I don't understand the policy for it. I don't know if it's some sort of tech issue, but for one reason or another, we can't take accounts off of families of accounts. And actually, now that I think about it, it's not a tech issue, because I have heard of a case in one of the guilds that I used to be a part of. They got, or one of them got their account taken out of the family just cause, and or I don't know, something happened. Maybe I'm mixing it up, but I think somebody in my guild got it taken off of a family, and then another content creator got their username changed, because this community is wild as hell sometimes. But there's that. Either way, so former guildmate did get their account taken off because there were real security concerns, and it was told to them that it was a complete fluke that they were even allowed to do that. So I don't know, there's something going on, and I really okay, let me get to the damn point. But I really just don't like how we can't take our accounts off of a family of accounts. It's easy to get them in, and there's a lot of benefits that would lure a person in, and put their account in with other people from their friend group, I guess. And there's that. but then you can't take it off. So then you have instances like mine where it's like my card is getting hit for one of my friend's memberships. Hey, why are you out in the aeroplanes? Why aren't you in RFK Jr.'s head? Did you escape? You must have escaped. Anyway, so there's instances where, you know, my card gets hit for somebody else's membership. There's instances where somebody else's card gets hit for my membership, and it's like, that's a problem. And yeah, I mean, what I really hope is that KingsIsle can sort of make some sort of exception, some sort of leniency type deal with getting accounts off of a family. Because for one reason or another, you might want that account off of a family of accounts. And there is one more thing I want to mention before I dive into like the main reason why I'm making this video at all, and that is the fact that accounts or families of accounts can have up to 5 accounts in them. And I could not tell you why, for the life of me, why this is part of their policy, but if one account in a family gets banned, every single account in that family gets banned. I don't know why, really couldn't tell you why, but that's apparently just how they do it, and I think that's stupid. I think there is not a single rational person out there that thinks that is something that should happen. But, I mean, look, I don't work at KingsIsle. I don't know what they think of it. So, there is that to consider. But now we're here for the actual reason why I'm making this video. I saw on the Wizard101 subreddit a couple days ago this post where it says, Crazy X just stole my 130 plus hour character by transferring it to his account. And the post reads, any hope at all getting it back through customer support? He was the master account. I should have taken him off a year ago, but we haven't been on speaking terms, and I couldn't figure out how to do it without speaking to him. The problem with this post is, and obviously very, very unfortunate situation with the original poster here, but the problem with that is that even if the original poster did try to, you know, separate the people from the accounts from the family, they would not have been able to. And I mean, I could say this a million times over. It's like KingsIsle needs to change their policy on this. It's because scenarios like this happen all the time. We don't hear about them too terribly often, but they do happen, and people have lost their characters because of this. It's like, this is like, why? In what world is this a thing to have happening? And the comments on the post, a lot of them read the same. It's like, there's a comment, the top comment with 121 upvotes at the time I made this video, says, I do think it's okay to write to customer service, but realistically be prepared to get no help. I know it hurts, but you may have to remake your stolen wizard from scratch. You might also consider the classic burning turd bag on his porch, although it wouldn't make up for the theft. I personally fully support the burning turd bag on his porch. You know, if the original poster does watch this video, you have the 100% ice gold endorsement for that. I do agree with everything else that commenter said about it. It is very unfortunate, but you are just going to have to remake that character, and my advice is to remake it on an entirely different account. And one that is not on that family of accounts. It's like the benefits are good, you know, being able to pay less for membership rather, if somebody else on the family is paying full price. But yeah, I mean, and who is to say what this person's ex might do in game and, you know, get themselves banned for one reason or another. And yeah, I mean, it's really just tragic, and it's like I was saying before, if the X gets themselves banned, that is this original poster's whole account gone, too. So, I mean, look, the biggest thing with it is that KingsIsle just needs to change their policy on this. It's archaic, it's outdated, and the community would greatly appreciate it if they would consider... Look, not even consider, just do it. Like, do it. There's no rational reason behind this. And I wish that they would just do it. I really do. And I hope that they do it. I hope maybe somebody catches wind of this video. I may send this directly to Emma, the community manager. I think I might have actually, I talked to either her or her predecessor that will not be named about, you know, the issue that I was talking about at the beginning of the video where, you know, like my card was getting hit for my friend's membership. And I mean, I got told to go to customer support about it. And I mean, I didn't. I'm going to be honest, I didn't, because I know how that goes. And yeah, I mean, I think if they update their policy, then I will. And that, I think, that's what needs to happen. And I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does. There's not really much else to say on the matter. I do really wish the best to the original poster of this Reddit post. I do hope that they are at least able to get their wizard back. But even if they do get that trade reversed, like, that account is still on the family of accounts. And you can't take it off, and the X might, well, if I had to guess, I would say that the X is the one that, you know, plays the game a little bit more. And I could be wrong on that, but, you know, whatever the case, what if the X decides to then get themselves banned in retaliation for the repo of the character, as crazy as that is to say. But, you know, if that is what happens, then the original poster's entire account gets gassed. So, yeah. Bottom line, I do think that KingsIsle really needs to update their policy on families of accounts and the protocol for adding and removing an account from a family. And I am not sure if there's actually a prompt at like when you go to add your account to a family that says this is permanent and can't be reversed. But at the bare minimum, if they don't want to revise their policy on that, they need to at least do that. I mean, that is the easiest thing to do. Just throw out a text box that'll just say, you know, it's like, well, you know, it's like, have fun in your family of accounts, but before you do this, just know that this is permanent, and, you know, you can't take your account off of a family of accounts. So, yeah, that, I think, is where we need to be at the bare minimum. And that, I think, is that's just what needs to happen. And I hope that, you know, somebody at KingsIsle who has the power to actually make this change decides to go for it. That is, I mean, I've said that a million times. Like, yeah, I don't want this video to be too terribly long about it, with me just making the exact same points over and over. So I think this is where I'm going to close this out. Yeah. Wishing the best to the original poster of the Reddit post, and I really hope that KingsIsle switches up their policy about families of accounts and removing an account from those. Yeah. Alright, I've said everything a million times. Let me just close out the video. Thank y'all for watching. I've been icegold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more. And I will see y'all later.